Have you ever met someone who seemed entirely captivating at first, only to realize later that interacting with them leaves you completely drained, confused, and questioning your own sanity? You try to argue with them. You try to explain your feelings. You try to make them see logic, but every word you speak is twisted, used against you, and suddenly, you are the one apologizing. You have encountered a narcissist, a psychological vampire who feeds on your emotional reactions. But what happens when a narcissist encounters a highly intelligent, silent observer? What happens when their manipulative tactics hit a mind that simply refuses to play the game? Today, we decode the ultimate psychological warfare and exactly how silence becomes the deadliest weapon against a toxic personality. To understand how to destroy a narcissist, you must first understand what they eat. Psychologists call it narcissistic supply. This supply is not just praise or admiration. They feed on any form of emotional reaction. Your anger, your frustration, your tears, your desperate attempts to prove them wrong. These are all delicious meals to a narcissist. It proves to them that they have power over you, that they exist, that they matter. When you argue with them, you think you are fighting for truth. But to them, the argument is the goal. They don't care about facts. They only care about control. This is where the average person loses. They get emotional. But the silent observer operates on a completely different frequency. When a silent observer is targeted by a narcissist, a fascinating psychological shift occurs. You don't fight back with words. You don't try to defend your character. You deploy what psychology refers to as the gray rock method. You become as uninteresting, unresponsive, and emotionally flat as a gray rock on the ground. When the narcissist tries to provoke you with an insult, you simply nod and say, "Okay." When they try to gaslight you into doubting reality, you look at them with dead, emotionless eyes and offer silence. You analyze their behavior in real time. You see the childish insecurity hiding behind their arrogance, and instead of getting angry, you feel a cold, detached pity. This absolute lack of emotional reaction is terrifying to a narcissist. It is psychological starvation. Imagine throwing a rock into a lake, expecting a massive splash, but the rock simply disappears without a single ripple. That is what it feels like to manipulate a silent observer. The narcissist relies on mirroring. They need to see their power reflected in your distress. When you give them nothing, no anger, no fear, no submission, their own reflection shatters. They are suddenly forced to sit in the silence with their own emptiness. Without your emotional supply to distract them, their deep-seated self-hatred begins to surface. They will panic. They will escalate their behavior, trying desperately to provoke a response. They might throw a tantrum, play the victim, or launch a smear campaign against you. But the silent observer remains unmoved. You watch them self-destruct from a distance. If you are dealing with toxic individuals, remember this: your attention is your most valuable currency. Stop spending it on people who are bankrupt of empathy. You do not owe anyone an explanation. You do not have to participate in every argument you are invited to. Your silence is not a sign of weakness. It is an impenetrable fortress. Let them scream. Let them project. Let them play their games. You have mastered the hardest skill of all, the discipline of non-reaction. They cannot destroy what they cannot trigger. If you have survived a narcissist through the power of silence, welcome to our sanctuary. Leave a comment below sharing your experience. Subscribe to The Silent Observer. Stay quiet. Stay sharp. We will see you in the next one.